Alright, so here's the deck that I ran in the tournament today. I've got a couple dual videos up about it, but it's Jurrac, Flamebell Jurracs. It's gotten a lot better with a lot of the new Evol support that came out. But yeah, so I'll just start into the deck profile. You've got 3 Aeolos. You tribute it to get... throwing that at my obnoxious cameraman. But
Hello.
You tribute an Aeolo to get any level 4 lower Jurrac from the graveyard except for himself, and he's a 1-star tuner, so he's pretty helpful. The next one is 2 Dino. He's a 3-star tuner, and when he destroys your opponent's monster by battle, you can tribute any Jurrac monster during the end phase of the turn to draw 2 cards, so he's like a little pot of greed that runs around. And then we've got 3 Velo. A lot of decks that I've seen don't run 3 of this, which I think is really, really weird. He's probably the best one in here. If he gets destroyed by battle and attack position, he gets to special summon any other or any other Jurrac with 1700 or less attack from your deck. So you can special another one of him and continue just like thinning out your deck, or like get an Aeolo and tribute for whatever Jurracs in your graveyard. Or probably one of the funniest things you can do with him is if your opponent goes summon Tengu, says go, you can summon this guy, attack Tengu, another Tengu comes out because it's mandatory, and then you can just grab another one, and then attack it, and then grab your last one, and then you still have a monster to attack them with, and they're all out of their Tengus. And then the other 1700 attack besides Dino and Velo is Jurrac Guaiba, and he's like a Shura. He's a battle searcher. You destroy your opponent's monster by battle, and you get to special summon a Jurrac with 1700 or less attack from your deck to the field. And he's really nice because I'm sure a lot of you have heard Bobby Breaks Rabbit deck, all sorts of other people's Rabbit whatever decks. They use Guaibas so they can go into their dragons easier. I run 1 Boost Warrior. This is something that I put in a while back because one of my friends recommended it. It's just a 1-star monster. It's also got 200 defense, so it's rekindleable. And you can special summon it if you just have a tuner on the field. So, like, if you just have Aeolo, you can special it, go for Formula, or if you have Flamevell Magician, you can go for level 5s really easily. And it makes going into Trishula really easy. And then 1 Flamevell Magician, it's a 4-star tuner, it's searchable by Fire Dog, it's rekindleable, yeah, its effect doesn't matter. And then 3 Fire Dogs, another battle searcher, he's just beefier, and he can get any fire monster to 200 defense. So he can get Aeolo, he can get Magician, he can get Boost Warrior, he just can't get himself out, but he's amazing. On to the spells, 3 Fossil Digs. Search any level 6 or lower dinosaur type monster to your hand. You run 3 of them, why not run 3 Rotas? Then 3 Rekindlings. It wins you games, it's broken, it's amazing. You special summon as many fire monster with 200 defense from your graveyard to your field, and then if they're still on the field at the end phase, they get removed from play, but you don't let that happen. You synchro, you exceed, you tribute Aeolo for another Jurrac, whatever. And then 3 Lance. This is another amazing card with your battle searchers. You can attack something and then drop Lance, so their monster's attack dies, or you summon it, they go bottomless, you can save your monster. Or like with Velo, you can attack a Stardust, or like something with 2500 attack, and then lance it down and crash, and you still get a special summon your monster. Lance is just really good. Then 2 Shrinks, again, helping with the battle searching, drop it during damage step. 2 Econs, change high attack stuff to defense, like if they've got a Dark Arm Dragon out, for example. Just change it to defense, run it over, tribute your random Aeolo that you can't do anything with to steal their monster, save yourself for a turn. Mind control, fairly self-explanatory. You synchro, you exceed. 2 MSTs, pretty much staple. Heavy Storm, staple. Dark Hole, staple. Reborn, staple. And then trap lineup, it's There's really not much. There's 2 Fiendish Chains, 2 Solemn Warnings, and a Solemn Judgment. You really don't need a lot of traps, because you have like magic versions of traps like Shrink. But yeah, they're all fairly self-explanatory. Stop effects, and summons, stop almost anything. But yeah, that's the actual deck. Now for the extra deck, run 2 Utopias. If I had another Lagia, I would probably take one of these out for another Lagia, but right now 2 Utopias seems to be doing pretty well. And then I only have 1 Lagia, so 1 Lagia. He's the Solemn Judgment dragon. You detach 2 of his materials to stop monster, summon, magic, trap effect. And then Dolka, which I found a lot more useful than Lagia because he stops monster effects. So you can just like summon him, like set a Lance, set a Shrink, because mostly the only way they can get over him is by running him over. They can't use monster effects to destroy him. And then 1 Jurrac Giganoto.
I love that card.
It's something that you might think is kind of silly, but if you summon him, he's almost always going to be over 3,000. He's something that's really easy to get out. A Dino and any of your 4-star Jurracs, which are really easy to just keep out onto the field. You can go Rekindling with Aeolos, tribute the Aeolos to go for Dino and another 4-star, and then synchro for this guy and run almost anything over. And his effect is really great because his attack boost goes for all the Jurracs on the field, not just himself.
So get 3 on the field.
That'd be really beefy. And 1 formula for the Aeolo and Boost Warrior, synchro, draw, Hyper Librarian, 5
Not
stars.
signed by DJ Miles.
5 stars are really easy to go into in this deck, and with formula, draw power. Catastor, it's good. You
Staple.
run it. Black Rose,
Staple.
Stardust, Scrap Dragon, and I run Thought Ruler because you can go to 8 really easily. And honestly, I go for this almost more than I do for Stardust, because a lot of people run a lot of like D-Prison and stuff that just compulse. Thought Ruler says no, and it gets your life points back. Like in one of the duels I had earlier, I was down to about 1,500, I think, and I got all the way back up to 7,400, and this guy basically won me the duel. And then Bionic Trishula.
Staples.
Pretty much, yeah, staples in your extra deck. But yeah, that's the deck.
No side deck?
Drax. Side decks, like,
Very.
yeah, varies where you are. Mine probably wouldn't apply to you. Sure, I'll show it anyways.
Today's tournament.
Yeah, for today's tournament, a lot of my friends were running, some of them were running silly stuff. So I didn't.
My deck was not.
Yeah.
silly.
So I had 2 Doomcals, which I'd probably actually keep in here. They're really nice. Some that stop 1-for-1 monsters. 1 Max C. If I had more, I'd side more. It's really good. I might even main it if I go to someplace bigger than my locals. Another MST. Here's the silly thing. There were
That
2
was
of
not
my
silly.
friends that were running Crystal Beasts, so I sided 2
Mine's
Spell Shatter
better.
and Arrows.
I gotta do a deck profile.
Then 2 of these. Somebody at my locals runs Glads, so I run that.
He wasn't showing up.
1 Smashing Ground, Agents, whatever. Those against Agents.
Did you duel him?
No, never dueled the Agent guy though. And then 2 Chain Ds.
I'm glad I didn't
against
run 6 Sams.
Synchros or whatever, or 6 Sams. Yeah, even though nobody particularly plays a lot. And this card was amazing all day.
Let's look at this effect here.
You declare 1 attribute and select 2 monsters in both anybody's graveyard and remove them from play. This card basically won me my last game of the tournament. I set it first turn. Just first turn it sat there all game. My opponent went Rekindling. He was running Flamevel variant. And I'm just like, Crevice. I selected both of his Flamevel Magicians, so he just had to summon his 2 Fire Dogs and go Utopia. And I had Giganoto on the field, which he couldn't get over because it was at 3,300. And so he just said go, summoned another Jurrac, and just beat him down from there. But yeah, that's the Jurrac deck profile. It's amazing. I love it, but it's only because of those guys.
My deck's
They
good.
are what make the deck go.
I don't run those yet.
But yeah, they're amazing. But yeah, thanks YouTube. Watch the next time.
Subscribe.